Good afternoon and welcome to Thriving Tuesdays, Moments of Encouragement, otherwise known as TTMOE. And today at 3:30, we are glad that you are here. Actually, it's 3:33, so I still kept the rhyme. Anyway, we're grateful for your presence on today, and please speak so I'll know you are here. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Britt, for saying hello. We want to do a shout out to the fam who are on the waters today. We want to thank God for their safety. And so they're missing today, but nothing's wrong. So, hey, Miss Lucy. Hey, Aunt AJ. Hey, Auntie Ann. Hey, y'all. Whenever you get to see it, you got your shout out. All right. Okay, today is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and you know we'll be talking about gratefulness. But before we talk about gratefulness today, I want to remind you that we're at anniversary. And so we are at anniversary next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is anniversary. December 3rd is anniversary. It happened actually like the 30th, but we went after it. So December 3rd will mean the end of 7 years. We started in 2017. It is 2024, and so we are at year 7, the end of year 7. And so we want to kind of, 7 is the number of completion, and we won't be done, but it is the completion of this first phase, and we're looking forward to what may be able to happen starting with year 8, which is the year of new beginnings. But we want to invite all of you who were here at the very beginning to join us on stage next week. So if you're willing to be on the air next week, will be a little longer. We'll probably be like right at 15 minutes, just so that people can get shout outs and say what Thriving Tuesday has meant to them over the years. Someone who would be with us next week, the Lord took her home last week, and so I am asking you to pray for the family of Beverly Richardson, who has been a staunch supporter over the years of Thriving Tuesdays. And when she wasn't ill, would never miss a Tuesday. And so we want to thank God for her life and for her encouragement and for her being just a cheerleader all of these years. And so we will honor her on next Tuesday as well. So please do your best to be with us next week as we celebrate the end of 7 full years of not missing one Tuesday in 7 years. That's celebration right there. And so we pray that God will say the same and that we will be with you next Tuesday to celebrate 7 years. Hey, baby girl, how are you? Look at Sana. Good to see you here. All right, today we're going to talk about unrelenting gratefulness. Now, the word unrelenting means I'm not giving up. I'm not letting any pushback take me down. I'm not letting life be lifing and stuff be happening. I'm not letting any of that interfere with my ability to be grateful. And, 1 Thessalonians 5:18, it says what, many of us know this scripture and we say, yeah, right. Sometimes that in all things we are to be grateful, for this is the will of God concerning us. And sometimes we get an issue with that part of it, that this is the will of God concerning us. But God's will is perfect. And so while it may be a struggle, while it may be painful, while something may be hurting, we got to be grateful for what we know God can do in any situation. Even tragedy has a place where gratefulness can show up. And so we've got to look for the gratefulness. I often tell you that song, Brighten Up the Corner Where You Are, says don't rest until you find it. And I feel that way about gratefulness. Don't rest until you find your space of gratefulness. Yes, we all have our days where we are down. We all have our days when we like to have an ongoing, never-ending pity party. But what we've got to do when we are in God, when we are followers of Christ, we've got to stop, inhale, exhale, breathe, and say, God, what are you trying to show me? And in that way, we can find a place to be grateful. Now, for some of us, life is booming. Everything is wonderful. life and love and happiness and joy is all around you. And all of that's wonderful. And I'm so happy for you. But for many, there's a struggle going on, maybe not on the surface, but some stuff going on underneath. But what I want you to know, and my encouragement to you today is, no matter what's going on underneath, find a place to be grateful. Gratefulness will press you to a place where whatever's on the surface will seem reduced, will seem minimized, because gratefulness will overpower you to the place where your gratefulness will become the light that guides you. The light that guides you through whatever the storm is. There's going to be storms in our life. Look, we don't know what next year is going to hold, but we don't even know if we're going to see next year. That's the truth of the matter. But if we do, same God that's kept us will keep on keeping us. And that's not an opiate. That's not to say that there will not be struggle, because I don't have it twisted. This is not going to be easy. It's going to be a bumpy ride. But in the midst of it, we got to remember the things that we know. That we know is that God is on our side, that God will be with us even in the difficult moments. And Kurt Carr says God is with us between here and there. We don't even know what's happening between here and there, but we know that God has been with us and God will be with us. God has a track record of holding on to us in difficult times, and we will smile again. We will laugh again. We will have unrelenting joy again. So we got to have unrelenting gratefulness. Gratefulness that does not stop. Gratefulness that does not fall. Gratefulness that does not say, I can't. We find it and we press through and we find a way to be grateful even at the most difficult moments. If you are, hey, one's in the room. It's a green sister in the room. Hey, how are you, Obi? Anyway, so what we know is this, that struggle is going to come. Pain will come. But good times come. And memories come. And things that make us smile and laugh and have joy, those things come too. And so we have to have unrelenting gratefulness for those times when when all is well. And that gives us the temerity, that gives us the strength to hold on when there's a struggle. When there's a struggle, you can look back on the good and find balance. And in balance, you can find gratefulness, because as long as you can find balance and you can keep moving, then you know you're moving to whatever is next in your life. Next in your life. Next is always something to look forward to. And so we have gratefulness, and it's unrelenting. I often tell you the story. Marcus Holmes says that when his family had passed away, and many of them very swiftly in the course of a year, he didn't want to do Thanksgiving dinner. I'm not doing it. I don't want to be bothered. I can't. And his mother said, you cannot be so downtrodden that you don't find a way to be grateful for what you have left. So you may have lost some things. You may have lost some people. You may have lost some connections. Some things you needed to disconnect from, you did, and it hasn't been easy, but you can still be grateful in the midst of it. My grandfather said there's nothing worse than an ingrate. And what he really meant by that is there's nothing worse than a person that can't find something to be grateful for, who can't look at the fact that they have breath in their body and be grateful for that, who can't look at the fact that they have food on the table and be grateful for that, who can't look at the fact that they have the activity of their limbs or they're in their right mind and not be grateful. Find something to be grateful for at all times and be unrelenting. Don't let anything or anybody move you away from gratefulness, because in gratefulness, you will find that you have peace, you have joy, even if it's momentary. Hold on to that and choose to be grateful, and make sure that it's not temporary gratefulness, that in every situation, in everything you're dealing with, find your gratefulness and be unrelenting. Don't let anybody, anything, even you, stop you from being grateful. That's all I got today. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Remember that the reason for Thanksgiving in the first place is something we have to redefine. We redefine Thanksgiving as being a time to be grateful with those whom we care about, or those we've been invited to be with, our family members, if that's what you're doing. For some of us, being by ourselves is a great place of gratefulness because there's always someone pulling at you. And so that space of quiet and being by yourself is a place for you to be grateful for. It doesn't matter how you celebrate what Thanksgiving is. Some of us will be in church in the morning and with others in the afternoon. But however you do it, and even if you find yourself all alone, be grateful. Be grateful that there is still hope, joy, and peace, and that there's love. And if you don't have it yet, look for it, anticipate it. As we go from Thanksgiving into Advent, and we'll talk about more of that as we go forward, we are grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm grateful for all of you. I pray that you're grateful for this broadcast and that you will join us next week as we celebrate the end of 7 full years of the Encouraged, Thriving Tuesday Moments of Encouragement. I hope to see you here next week. Tell all those who have benefited, who you've shared it with, to come on and celebrate with us as we celebrate 7 years. Remember, don't let anything take away your gratefulness. Nothing in life can ever be so bad that you cannot find a moment to stop and be grateful. So be grateful, unrelentingly grateful, and be encouraged. Alaboya Thomas, good to see you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I'll see you all soon.